it's about the fact, as you said, Liverpool have got a moment. Liverpool have been able to do this against the odds, it feels, away from home in the 90th minute. Kill the feelings of the opposition who are watching from afar, about to kick off in their own game, and what we can take from here, and hopefully, touch wood, Núñez can have a run of form, or Jota will be quickly back, and we can have a proper centre forward starting regularly for Liverpool, and we can get back into that run of form and that style of play that we had at the first half of the season.
You hope that is the case. You hope that they can take the fact that, yes, today wasn't a fantastic performance, but it was the result that matters, and you can kick on from there. Because if we do go back to the first 91 minutes of the game, it was a feeling where Liverpool was still able to create chances. Yeah. It was like, 35 shots before the 2 goals they scored. Not many of them looked like they were going to go in.
No.
And as Stu mentions, it looked like it was hard for us to score. And as the game was going on, it looked like they had less and less of an idea. So if you contrast it with the Forest game, where once we get the equaliser, it looks like we all feel like we're going to get another one. Everyone's really energised. The chances are coming. It looks like everyone's playing and flowing with each other. Didn't really see that today.
No, because you know what it is we dropped some points. And look, people say that these toxic conversations that I mentioned don't end up in the ground, but I think they do. I think you saw that with Trent and the way people treated Trent against Manchester United. So they do drip into the ground, and I was genuinely worried when I was watching it today, saying if we don't win today, will they start to drip into the ground, become even more counterproductive? So I'm made up that they've won. But what happens, I think, when you start to feel the pressure, when you're not scoring, when you know you need to be winning because you've dropped some points lately and Arsenal are starting to sneak up a little bit, you start playing in a different way. It's not instinctive. It's not you don't just play your game, you're thinking about it. Yeah. You're deliberate, you take your time, you don't want to give the ball away. And I think you could see that so many times today. The breaks weren't fast, the pass wasn't released quickly. There's lots of chewing of the ball or sideways passing. It wasn't quick enough, it wasn't decisive enough. The decision making was poor, the shots were poor, the final ball was poor, and it did feel and look like it was going to be one of them days. So the other thing to remember about this is it's not all about fans and online and toxic discourse. Imagine what it's like in those changes, now, or on the coach home for them or whatever. It'll be absolutely bouncing. And one thing you can say about Núñez is, I'm not his biggest fan either. I think his career at Liverpool's been a disappointment. That the statistics say so, but I think he's someone who rides on emotion. I think he's that type of fella. And maybe he can ride on emotion. Yeah. Maybe, they will be all over him in that changing room.
Yeah,
they will all love him. They'll all be hugging him. He'll be loving it. Hopefully when he goes home and, everything he does, he goes the bog and he comes out the door and his wife's like, Núñez. Hopefully he's just getting that everywhere he goes for the next sort of few days. And he can take it into the next game. And you just never know, because if Jota's going to be out for a while, which touch wood we hope not, because he's the most instinctive striker on the books, we might need the fella, do you know what I mean? People go on about shifting him on and taking 50 million from AC Milan or whatever it might be. Not if we can't get someone in. No. We need the bodies, we need the legs, we need a lad who can score. And if we can somehow boost his confidence, and that will boost his confidence, then laughing, do you know what I mean? Forget all the other shit. Score for Liverpool and we'll love you, lad.